Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Mouth Dancing, hosted by Young. Thanks so much for tuning in. You guys are the best. And when I say best, I mean the best. Not good, not better, but best. The most better. You know what I mean? Like, the most good, but even more than that. Because you're better than good. And you're better than better, you're the most better. You're the best. Have you ever heard someone online say, I'm built different? They seem to be implying something like that they're somehow special, right? They're different from other people. I'm not sure what they exactly mean though, because they never come out and say exactly what they mean. They just say, I'm built different. And then they leave it up to your imagination. So you're kind of like left scratching your head like, what exactly is this person talking about? Do they like have really flexible fingers or double jointed? Maybe they got like a tail. If they take their pants off, you'll see a tail there. But I don't know. They seem to be implying something like that they're really cool though, like better than other people, right? I think a lot of times they're saying that maybe they have like a big penis or something. It's kind of like a way of bragging about like how big their wiener is, but they're not saying, "Oh, I have a bigger dick than everyone else." I wonder why they don't just come out and say it. You know, if that's what they're trying to say. It's very vague, isn't it? Sort of like 2021 internet speak. Or sometimes they say we built different. Like maybe they're talking about a whole group of people like themselves, like, I don't know, maybe they're talking about their race or something, or their gender, or people their age. I'm not sure. It's all very vague though, right? They never specify who we is, and they never specify how exactly they're built better. They're just built different. Maybe they're actually not bragging. Maybe they're saying like, you know, secretly I have a micro penis or something. They just don't want to say that because it's embarrassing. And then if you say, we built different, people are going to think you're implying something really good about yourself, right? Like, I have, you know, I'm very muscular because I work out a lot. I drink protein shakes every day. And I got, you know, very impressive junk. Very nice dick and balls situation in my pants. And if you were to see it, you would be, you know, very awed by it. Does anyone know exactly what it means? Maybe there is a specific meaning to it that I'm just not privy to because I'm not that cool or something, you know? I don't hang out with the right people. If you know what it means, I'm really curious, so please tell me. Send me a text message or something maybe. I'll give you my phone number if you message me through Instagram or YouTube, or even on my podcast page. Leave a comment. Maybe you could send me your email address, and then we could start a conversation about this. Pretty nice out today. Nice change from the weather for the last month. It was pretty much raining for a month straight. And the last few days have been really nice and clear, and it's really changed my mood a lot. I definitely have sad, I think, like I talked about last week. Because, I mean, it's just night and day for me, my mood. Maybe I need to get out of this hellhole. Washington State is really nice in the summertime. Part of spring and part of fall, but the rest of the year it's kind of a damp, murky, depressing shithole. I gotta be honest. A lot of people really love it. I think they like the cold weather and the rain. They think it's exciting. Oh yeah, I have an announcement for all of you guys actually. It kind of pertains to this a little bit. I'm gonna be in Las Vegas next week for work. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. When I look at the weather, it's usually sunny and pretty warm there. It does get dark early still over there. I guess that's just a northern hemisphere kind of thing in the wintertime. So that's kind of a bummer. But it's probably going to be better than rainy and cloudy, you know? And weird people around you. Like weird, I don't know, street people talking to themselves or saying racist shit or, I don't know, just being very aggressive. Something about Seattle's filth feels a lot filthier than other cities. Have you ever noticed that? Like when you're in New York City, it's like there's like garbage everywhere. Like you'll see, you know, just rubbish, you know? Used food containers or newspapers or even broken umbrellas, you know, that someone just tossed aside because the wind turned their umbrella inside out. You can get a lot of really cheap umbrellas in New York because, you know, there'll be sudden rainstorms. And then when there's a rainstorm, there'll be people on the street or like in a store selling really cheap umbrellas. And everyone ends up buying one of those at some point in New York because you get caught in a rainstorm. But those umbrellas, you know, they're pretty cheap. And a lot of times you just see them on the ground because someone used it for a little while and then it broke and then they just tossed it on the ground. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff you see on the ground in New York. But in Seattle, the stuff you see on the ground feels like it's going to give you AIDS or HIV or something. It's like, you know, needles or human shit, you know? Or just weird stuff that blew off of like a homeless encampment or something. And it's just, I don't know, it's more skeevy for some reason. It's like a biohazard. You know, dodging diseases outside like they're landmines. Landmines of hepatitis, you know. But at least it rains a lot here, so it kind of washes it away. There's a little bit of a rainstorm. One thing about New York is like, I would notice the ground is a lot dirtier because whenever I walk my dog, you know, I always wipe his paws afterwards. And after I took him for a walk in New York, his, like the wipes would turn like really black, you know. But when I walk him around here, I mean, they still get dirty, but they tend to not get as dirty because it rains quite a bit and then seems to clean away the filth. But in New York, it just accumulates, you know. You get this really sooty black stuff. Oh yeah, you get it on your windowsills too there. I remember that. Happens a little bit here, but not quite as much. I think it depends on where you're at, if there's a lot of cars nearby. And then in Seattle, it's like, in the summer, if it doesn't rain for a long time, my dog's paws get a little bit dirtier than usual. Yeah, someone actually took a shit in my apartment complex recently. The whole building is, you know, pretty secure. You have to have a key fob thing, you know, to ring yourself in. And you can't get into the building unless someone rings you in or you have a key fob. But somehow, someone got into our building and there's a staircase that goes down to the little garden thing in the middle. But there was a huge turd on the stairs. It was just like a single turd and it was gigantic. And I was like, that's definitely human shit. And I even talked with my neighbor about it and we both agreed, yeah, that looks like human shit. It wasn't from one of the dogs. So that means someone got in the building and took a huge shit on the stairs. I think that what they did is they held onto the rail and they squatted, onto the stairs. And I noticed, though, that there was no toilet paper around. So I think the person didn't wipe, which is, I mean, if you're taking a shit somewhere like that, probably not the type of person who really cares about wiping anyway, so. Yeah, that was pretty nasty, though. I've been avoiding that stair set now that ever since I saw that, I almost stepped on it. Or actually, I came close to stepping on it, but I didn't almost step on it because I saw it. I was carrying my dog and it's like, holy shit, and I stepped over it by a few steps because it was really huge and nasty. But yeah, that's what I mean by the filth in Seattle just feels like nastier and more diseased than the stuff you see on the ground in New York. Has Seattle always been like this? I don't think so. I remember it used to be cleaner, I think. I don't know if that's just my rose-tinted glasses, looking at the past, but it seems like the city used to be a lot cleaner, like there wasn't as much filth everywhere floating around. But now it's kind of like I don't know, some sort of a Mad Max type future dystopia. Have you ever noticed these days that, like in a workplace communication, like in an email or a chat, like in Slack or MS Teams, something like that, when people talk these days, or they type things, they use a lot of exclamation points. It's like everyone's like, "Thank you! You're welcome!" Everything has an exclamation point after it. It's kind of weird. I always feel weird doing it. It doesn't feel like sincere to me. Like I feel like it's a real put on. Are these people really that excited to say thank you? Maybe they feel like if they just say thank you without putting the period there, or without putting the exclamation point, that it's kind of like not excited enough, or it comes off as insincere or rude, But to me, it's kind of the opposite. When I see the exclamation point, it feels kind of fake to me. You're really that excited to, I don't know, because you sent me that file or something? Or that I sent you something? Thank you with an exclamation point. A lot of times I just do no exclamation point or a period. I wonder if that comes off to my coworkers as kind of standoffish, or like I don't care really. But I feel like just saying thank you is enough, don't you? You have to add an exclamation point. It seems like it's something that has happened probably over the last 10 years maybe. I don't think it's always been like that. Well, I'd like to end this episode with a little ditty for you guys. Okay? So please, enjoy. Thank you! I'll see you next week. Bye.